Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Romance of the Three Kingdoms 14. I am Mr. JG. So, this is the first video I've recorded after getting feedback from people. And, I've got a bit of feedback from people. Actually, let's see, you watched this on like a week ahead, so I think, video 9 or so is up. Because yeah, like I confessed before, I just did a whole bunch of videos at once when I first got started recording because I just got really into it. But in fact, yeah, video 9 is up and seen by you guys, and I guess this is video 13 that I'm recording right now. So some of what has been explained, I have kind of figured out. Some I have not. There's some things I'm still a little vague on. But yeah, I do think, and this has been said, this game has reasonably deep mechanics. It's a Romance 3 Kingdoms game, but it doesn't do a great job of explaining them. One thing that was pointed out to me that I did know, and here's where I can do a little confession. So last time I was recording, I was really into it, and I didn't want to stop playing, so I went ahead and played further without recording, and just, you can call this cheating if you want to, but I was just trying some things out, and doing a lot less micromanagement. Just, you know, which maybe that's to make things move faster, and maybe that's what I should be doing when I'm recording, honestly. Make things move a little faster for the sake of you guys. But no, I was like, well, I'm not gonna search for new officers and try to maximize every order every turn because I know I'm not gonna be retaining any of this anyway. But I found a couple of things out. With the right circumstances, we can really do a lot of damage in the Central Plains right now. But I waited long enough for historical events to give GIP to Liu Bei, and as somebody was explaining, it can be really difficult to take GIP from the south. And yes, and that is true, and it is because of this water barrier. Now, in some of my off-screening, Liu Bei got really aggressive at attacking me, but the real issue here is that and this is something I didn't understand until fairly recently, that conquest score that you have in each of these areas that you hold with the governor attached to it, that's because you gain control over these hexes. Like a certain number of hexes come under your control every turn. So when you march across towards GIP and you're just leaving a path behind your units, and you don't take these, you know, little regional, like sub-bases, they can expand their influence, which will cut you off. It's kind of weird how it works, but if you don't have a line of your own color leading back to your base, your units get confused and have a huge morale hit, because that counts as your supply line. So it can be difficult. You're making very slow progress, and it's difficult to get anywhere if you're not taking these little things along the way. And I definitely found that out. The other thing I found out is I did, just for the hell of it, trigger... we've got a few months left in our alliance of Sun Tzu, and we can actually, through diplomacy, kind of re-up on that alliance. And some of the feedback or suggestions I was receiving in the comments have said, oh yeah, it's this game, it's very important to get alliances with your neighbors so that one of your fronts is secure. Because it's a bit like Nobunaga's Ambition Iron Triangle. The most difficult part of this game is that every time you march out of your city to conquer somewhere else and your troop count is depleted at home, it's very likely you'll be attacked from behind while you're doing that. And that's pretty much what happened. Cao Cao was trying to... I don't know if he was attacking Liu Yang. I'm trying to remember what was going on in the novels, but... yeah, like at one point, Cao Cao held, I think, Puyang and lost it to Lu Bu, because while Cao Cao was trying to launch another military operation, Lu Bu came in and took the city from behind. Then he took it back, and we had the whole events, which we'll probably see later, that happened in the novel, if I allow the events to happen, where Lu Bu seeks refuge with Liu Bei, and then when Liu Bei is out of town and leaves Zhang Fei in charge, Lu Bu finds an excuse, so some act that the drunken, angry Zhang Fei committed against a vassal, he uses as an excuse to take Xiaopei, and all these different things happen. But yeah, what I found in my first playthrough of this game, like last year sometime, knowing I would be playing it eventually, I kept having Sun Tzu attack me from behind all the time. Like, as soon as the alliance wore off, he kept attacking me while I was trying to focus up here. You can get him to continue an alliance with you, but I feel like when we declare ourselves emperor, we will have access to imperial titles, which will be useful. And we'll see that eventually. But what it also means is everybody goes to hostile with you. And you can, like, right now, Liu Biao is at hostile. I'd like to improve relations with him, but he keeps rejecting my entreaties. But if it's just at troubled or neutral, you can easily placate rulers with gold until you get to friendly and trusted relations, and then get some alliances going, and just it's basically a non-aggression pact. It just means you don't have to watch your back. So right now we have an alliance with Sun Tzu, so he's not attacking us at all. And if I allow historical events to play out, Liu Yao has been making some efforts to take Guanling, but he's not the non-factor you might expect him to be. But as historical events from the novel play out through the old sanction events system, Sun Tzu is going to gain a bunch of cities down here, and if he's hostile towards me, he's going to become a big pain in the butt. But, like, to an extent, I want to roleplay this and see as many of the historical events take place as possible without messing up me. And the big thing I've already done to shortcut several of them is take Xuchang. Which is why, like, the smart thing to do right now would be to finish off Cao Cao's forces and absorb as many of his officers as I can. I want to let a couple of things happen first through the event system, which is why it's a bit weird. It's probably not the smartest move, but I've got kind of a hankering. I want to see Tao Quain die and leave his lands to Liu Bei, and then maybe move against Liu Bei. And I can roleplay it. Yuan Shu is like, what? I am a member of the Yuan family. I am the most regal personage, and I hold the imperial seal. How dare Tao Quain not invite me to take over his lands and spread my magnificent glory? Something like that. Also, I want to take Wan and hold Wu Gate. I like the idea of holding Wu Gate, so that Liu Zhui has not really been attacking us, other than when we were trying to take Wan at the same time he was. But I like the idea of holding that gate and saying that, okay, this is a fortified perimeter. I don't really have to worry about attacks on this gate. And if that gate is attacked, it would be very easy for Wan to reinforce the gate. It's tough to take a gate, although I feel like I can take a gate from Li Jui because he kind of sucks. And I feel like I can probably maintain good relationships with Zhang Lu, because he's not a particularly aggressive AI. If these AIs have anything where they, their approach is different depending on what historical ruler they represent, Zhang Lu is not going to be particularly aggressive. Similar to how Liu Biao is like a big, powerful force, but he's not overly aggressive compared to a Li Jui, a Cao Cao, a Liu Bei, a Lu Bu, etc., etc., etc. I think it's Kong Rong up here. Yeah, and if I had, like, all the time in the world, I would probably be watching, I know it's on the YouTubes. Grimmeth did a playthrough of, is it RTK 6, I think? I don't know one RTK from another when you get to the ones from, like, the 16-bit era. But, he played as Kong Rong and just showed off a deep knowledge of that game, where he took one of the weakest possible starting positions and showed what you can do if you understand how to just dominate the AI unless they have you badly outnumbered. Anyway, this game, I don't understand that we don't really have that much ability in this game to use, like, tactical supremacy to win battles. There is some amount of that, but it's not like Nobunaga's Ambition Rise to Power or whatever it was called, where you really could. It wasn't easy to win battles you shouldn't win, but, like, your tactical ability on the battlefield made a much bigger difference than it does in some of the games. In this game, I'm learning a little more. I've got people trying to help me figure out what the different formations are for. But ultimately, it does come down much more, I think, to managing cities and to that end, let's actually get on with the turn. Like a third of the way through a freaking video now. So what I actually want to do... We've got Bobo and Ald Dragon heading back into... You see, Bobo was out here trying to... Yeah, he's trying to consolidate our territories here. I think there's time to do that later. What I want to do is take one. I want to move aggressively against one. So you're already heading there. Why don't you guys head back as well? Because at the end of the last video, we kind of drove away some Cao Cao guys. Ald was going to go take one, but Cao Cao's guys ran interference and basically just assisted Li Jui to help him get the city for himself. Like, they weren't going to be able to get the city, but they stopped us from getting it. So yeah, I want to take, I want to regroup, take Wan and Wu Gate, and while I'm doing, hopefully by the time we've got that done, we're expanding east-west a lot and north-south not at all, which is a problem because it's going to be very difficult for Wan and Guanling to help each other. But at the same time, this is about as far west as I'm interested in going for right now. I'd like to hold Wan and have that be my buffer with what I consider the Western forces, Li Jui, Ma Teng, Zhang Lu. But yeah, from here, it's purely going north unless A, circumstances make me decide I want to take Liu Biao's cities north of the Jiangdong. I don't think I'll be worried about... I think I want to, like, see if I can... I'm not interested in going south of the Jiangdong until after I've kind of taken advantage of some other opportunities. And I'd like to just keep peace with Sun Ce for as long as I can. Because right now, Sun Ce is like, in Yuan Shu's arrogant mind, Sun Ce borrowed some of his troops and is out there doing some things, but is still subordinate to Yuan Shu, right? Yeah, of course. The other thing I picked up on is that it apparently makes a difference if your Warlord has 100 intelligence. So I thought about the idea of switching Warlords. And I did briefly use a Warlord of 100 intelligence while just goofing around, and I wasn't micromanaging, like going out and trying to hire people, which is, I guess, where it makes a difference. They're always correct at 100 intelligence, and if they're less than 100, there's a chance that they will tell you something will work when it really won't. So briefly off screen, I had, I was looking at, okay, well, who has 100 intelligence and a policy that I actually like? And All Dragon has durability limit of cities increased, so just kind of like, eh. Then, text is too small. I'm on the wrong side of the room here, but like Demon Man here, he's got produce the effects of all battle policies, which is actually really nice. But then, like, role-playing in my own head, it's like, he's this rough, coarse warrior guy that Yuan Shu... It's important for a ruler like Yuan Shu to have people who talk to his warlord, his warrior guys. Like, the warlord, I would think of somebody who actually... I just said warlords, but... No, the warlord is... a guy who's managed by Slick. No, warlord was somebody who would actually have Yuan Shu's ear and be talking to him regularly. And that's going to involve somebody with... Even though the skill that matters for the game is intelligence, to me, in my head, my role-playing of this is they need a lot of political skill, because they have to be somebody who can handle Yuan Shu, who is obsessed with his own greatness, even though he's not that great. So, I'm just throwing out. I don't know if he should be Warlord. It doesn't really seem to fit. Now, Dawn Everstar is actually a really good choice now that I look at it, because she's got 100 intelligence and produce the effects of all personnel policies. And if you look at the personnel policies, what she's currently doing is take the initiative. But the personnel policies would be like orders are increased, not that useful. Costs of area training and recruitment overseers are decreased. That I do like a lot. Ships are unlocked. So she'd be giving us better boats. It's too damn difficult to read these things. Not getting much done in this this turn, it looks like, but information, hold on, help. Basic policies? Can I get a list of all the policies? Got doctrines, maybe policies are here. No, this is not actually going to help. But I could do her and get produce the effects of all personnel policies. I could have Dajun, the increase in troops due to recruitment overseers rises. That's not bad at all. And she has 100 intelligence. Lita's grandma, the chance of injured officers recovering has increased. That's not really that amazing. And Lethal Feline has 100 intelligence for some reason. Increase in troop... Yeah, he's got the same one. Increase in troops due to overseers. But I wouldn't use him. I would use Dajun, because she actually has a better... she's cheaper, I guess, because of her... Yeah, her doctrinous fame. So she gets that doctrine bonus. And then these would be the ones. If I wanted somebody with 100, these are who I would choose between. Lethal, slightly more expensive than Dajun with the same effect. Lita's grandma, with a policy I don't care about a whole lot. Shooting him out, it's got a policy that's really good. It's just in my head I can't see, because it's like a joke that he's got this monster face, but he's also a guy who's writing little in-character stories about this gruff, mean, vicious sadist who's just enjoying, and I'm enjoying that, if I haven't pointed that out. Because yeah, this is the kind of guy who would thrive under Yuan Shu. He's a bastard. He's just like abusing people. And Yuan Shu is the kind of leader under which somebody like that can thrive, because he doesn't care enough about the common people to put a stop to something like that. But I also don't see him as being the right-hand man of Yuan Shu, because he's the kind of guy who, he needs a level, it needs to be a level of you know, people wearing silk robes and bowing to Yuan Shu between Yuan Shu and his thug enforcers. So, and Ald, again, it's not a doctrine that I'm really excited about one way or the other. So I think we might make Dawn Everstar, who's currently an overseer. I think we might make her the Warlord. That takes us to, now we've got 7 more points we can spend. And she had been doing personnel, so now we're free for someone else to do personnel. So we could do train engineers, does better ship, orders increase. We haven't been using all of our orders recently. I wish I had more people with reform expenditures, actually. But we'll have Feng Shi do it. The cost of area training and recruitment overseers are decreased. Overall, that got more expensive by us taking Dawn Everstar out, because... Oh no, never mind. Her skills are still in effect because of the... Let's check triggered effect here. We actually have increased recruits times 8 Increases development 8. Public order 5. Morale 5. Oh, wait, I have to wait a turn before we can see everything because these new things aren't doing anything yet. So for battle, let's get somebody in here for battle. We got a total of 5 points to spend. Ring formation, tower ram and catapult formations. Might be time for Vulture Bobo. Oh no, he's got a cost of 10. You also have a cost of 10. What if we go... Schemes. Amount of gold and supplies requested during foreign negations is decreased thanks to Samuel Parr. That's not a bad one at all, actually, if I'm going to be trying to butter people up before declaring myself emperor. Counterattack damage inflicted by cities is increased. Development of enemy land is decreased. Amount of gold and supplies requested during is decreased. Let's just put Sam Parr in there. That will spend all of our points. Yeah, I like it. Alright, well, I apologize to, I'm blanking on, he's one of the created officers, too. So I don't want to give him short shrift. But, Angam Moran, still a great officer, but that 95 intelligence, you're a genius level, but you are not the ultimate genius who ever lived. So we're going to take you out for a little bit. Might make use of you later. Matter of fact, hold on. For the people. What if I, if I bought you... Ooh. Seven and 2. Thought I might bring him in, but he's actually... Yelu Chukai would be a better deal. And then I'd have to get rid of Sam Parr. And we'd have For the People 5, plus For the People 3, and Prepare Register 3. Yeah, I think I actually prefer this. And we'll be getting a lot more fame once we become Emperor, even if it's kind of infamy in a sense. All personnel. So we'll end up with recruitment overseers costing less, level 7 out of a possible 10, and we will have level 8 out of a possible 10 on all policies except for increasing troop recruitment, which will max out at 10. We will actually have 1 wasted point there. And Yuan Shu as foil enemy. Produce all scheme policies level 3. And unfortunately I don't get to change ruler. Is that Subotai? I'm trying to think if I know who he is under a different name from like Ancient Art of War. Alright. Oh, I guess I haven't played in a while. I have played, but not trying to min-max and explain things as I go, so I'm moving super slow here. Area government. I just want to check everybody, because this city is always not making enough gold. One thing I did... One thing I did kind of learn is that apparently the growth of your city from small to medium and medium to large depends only on the growth of these central hexes. That's what I was told in the comments. I'm going to take that person at their word. Some of that math doesn't quite add up when I looked at the requirements for leveling up, but that being said, I still figure if I want more money, if I want the city to have more income, I need to be working on gold, and its income just always sucks. So you are down to 1, but you are still at 3. What if you hit... Hold on. So she, I think, is just... I'm going to have her retreat. Maybe I'll have her... Oh, no, wait. Hold on. That's not what I want. I'm going to have you go... There. Then there. Then maybe here. To grab as much of that territory in one go as you can. Then I want you to come here and start grabbing all of that territory to max out the effectiveness of his grabbing territory. Because eventually I'll throw him into the water and have him start doing stuff. But I also want the leader of Port Hailang to just be whoever has the best conquest score. I think it might already be her. Conquer Land 8. I don't think I've got anybody else with a better Conquer Land score in this city, and I do not. So she is actually, I probably already chose that and based on that same logic, so she is going to stay there. For everywhere else, I just want to check in periodically and make sure I shouldn't switch to something, like if we're already at level 1, put something else at level 1 before pushing to level 2. Sampar's got the barracks level 2, so now he's working on commerce. None of these places should be really developed at all anyway, so... yeah. Only got 1,000 troops, huh? Okay. People... oh, this has been a slow video. I apologize. I'm getting back into the swing of things a bit here. They want us searching Zhu Chang. That individual is perfect for conducting searches. Okay. These are some okay domestic officers I'm looking at. You're saying Lita's grandma should have no problem, so I'm trusting you. You have 100 intelligence. I was told this would work. I doubt Froxus Nilok will be able to convince Cheng Jiao to join us. Aha. I hope I didn't misread the previous one. Okay, Chen Dao is supposed to be one we can get. These guys, she's saying no. Alright. Specialty and reward. Who needs a reward? Just our new guy. So I'm not doing these people. These people who are at 96 and 97, no. I also want to, this is a kind of a strange thing I did. I sent Yuan Shu to deliver goods in the last video. Instead, I want to transport some gold and supplies, but not using Yuan Shu. Switch that up in a second. I really wish there was a quick get to halfway button I could use. And again, I apologize. This particular video is moving real slow as far as what's happening, but I was kind of catching you guys up with the comments I've been reading. But we'll get you to go, because what the hell else are you going to do, Mr. And you are going to go here. Because we are going to send Yuan Shu to Zhucheng. And Zhucheng is going to be our new capital. And I'm doing that because Zhucheng just has much better income, and all of the gold, if I understand, all of the gold from, like, you know, doing what different people ask us to do, you know, overseer suggestions, that all comes from your capital's gold. Colonel of Vehement Martial Might, Sure. But yeah, that gold all comes from the capital. I think the gold from diplomacy also comes from the capital. Perhaps I should head off to Zhucheng. I have a wonderful court set up at Shuchun, but if I could rule Zhucheng instead, eventually I will be able to rule Luoyang and consider myself the real emperor. Except I guess Chang'an was where the emperor moved to. I don't know, wherever Yuan Shu is where the emperor is, because he's clearly the emperor, even if he hasn't declared it just yet. He's being a little cagier here about declaring himself emperor than he might have been otherwise. But I think was Yuan Shu? Oh, never mind. I thought Yuan Shu was an overseer. I guess he's not, which means there's really, yeah, no reason for him not to be heading to Zhucheng, because he's not even overseeing anything here. Okay. You've got 3,000 troops. Why does it say 1,000? Oh, I've got somebody marching out already. Alright, yeah, I'm going to call it a video here. When we come back next time, I swear we'll actually end a turn. And hopefully I'll get more quickly into actually doing stuff, and maybe have things be a bit more active. But I've definitely got a plan of attack on how to actually advance, and we should see some combat. Well, it depends on how much min-maxing and micromanaging I feel like doing, and how long each turn goes as a result. But we are going to be marching off to attack Wan, unless it's pronounced Wan, very shortly. See you then.